I can't believe I've stayed that long. When I first joined here, I had the expectation that I'd sign for 2 years, win a few trophies and then leave. But I think once you get the taste for this club and the community that Chelsea creates, it's unbelievable. And, Chelsea will always be a part of my life now. Whether I play here or not, I'll always be a massive Chelsea fan because of the opportunities the club has given me.
Hello and welcome to We Are Chelsea, the official podcast of Chelsea Women, brought to you in association with Škoda, the official car partner of Chelsea Women and proud supporters of women's sport. I'm Caz De Moraes, and today I am delighted to bring you reaction to some breaking club news. Chelsea legend Sam Kerr has announced she is here to stay after announcing that she has signed a new 2-year deal with the club. Yes! She is here to tell us all about why she wanted to remain a Blue and how it all happened. Welcome to We Are Chelsea. Sam, congratulations on your new contract. How happy are you to be staying at Chelsea for the foreseeable?
Yeah, I'm really happy. I'm really excited to stay and excited to get back on the pitch.
I do have a bone to pick with you. I saw the video this morning and I was like, what's going on? Oh my God, I don't understand. You are a very good little actress, Missy.
I wasn't. I mean, people that know me thought I was terrible, but I guess for the average person, they fell for it. So, yeah.
And did you have any kind of say in that coming about? Because I feel like you're a real jokester and a prankster from what your other teammates have said.
I mean, I had a little bit of a say in it, but with everyone kind of expecting me to leave, it had to be done, really.
Nice. What made you want to stay at Chelsea?
I think for me it's just like kind of feels like home now. I feel like I've been here 4 years now. Obviously we've won a lot of trophies, but I want to win the Champions League with this team, and I think I love London. I love all the girls, and I couldn't really end on a knee injury, so had to come back or stay on.
I love that. The fans were chanting, "We want you to stay," when you won the WSL away at Old Trafford. How, I guess, good is it to be able to give the fans the happy news today?
Yeah, I mean, I've known for a little bit, to be honest, so it's kind of been not weighing on me, but I've known for a while, so keeping that secret's been a bit tough. And obviously on the last day when the fans were singing that song, I knew, so it was a bit of a joke. And then it feels good to finally share it with people and stop getting comments saying we want the contract extension. Now they finally have it, they can enjoy it and be excited for what's to come.
Yeah, I think I'd be tempted to be like, all right, I'm staying, guys. Shut up. How did your teammates react to the news when you told them?
I got a couple of messages in my phone actually today, people thinking I was leaving, because I hadn't really told anyone. I mean, when I got injured and stuff, I'd told a few people, but I haven't really told many people, I guess, because the football world's small. So I had a few text messages in my group, but obviously when I told Millie, Erin and Guru and CT, they were all pumped for me. But I don't think really there was any real question if I was leaving or not.
Oh, I love that. And you seem very close to Millie, Guru and Erin. How much of a play have they had on you settling in and just feeling really at home here?
Yeah, they've had a massive impact on my time at Chelsea. I think they were a massive reason why I wanted to stay. I think it's amazing to win trophies, but even better to just do it with people that you truly love, and they're not bad players themselves. So it's it's exciting to stay and play for Chelsea, but to do it with 3 of your best mates, it's something that it's too good to leave. You don't get these opportunities very often, and the fact that we're all so happy here is so good.
And I'm obviously only going to be quick on the announcement video, but I feel like I have to ask you about it because it was such a tease and so many people were just like, looks like she's about to say an emotional goodbye. Talk to me about the process when they came to you with the idea, or how did you react to saying yes? And you said that you were a bad actress. I thought you were quite good. You had a lot of us fooled. Talk to us about the behind the scenes of filming that video.
Yeah, I mean, I think we did it line by line, to be honest, because every time I said something, I started laughing after. And then when we got I don't know if in the video you can really tell, but we got like eye drops out and they actually really hurt my eyes. So it really looked like I was crying a little bit. But no, Zecira Musovic texted me and said, "How much did you laugh while filming this?" And I told her, I was like, I couldn't stop laughing. But then this morning I was at training when it came out and I was too awkward. I couldn't watch it or read the comments because I was like, I feel so bad. Like, I know how it feels like when I was a young fan and my favourite player would leave or retire, I would nearly be in tears. So yeah, it was awkward for me, I guess, for those 20 minutes because I hated kind of lying to the fans like that.
So, well, I guess lying or pranking, joking is more, I think, what I'd say. Because, when it came out that you weren't, it was like, relief. This is great. If she's just being a joker, great.
Yeah, it tiptoes the line of what's funny and what's not, though, I feel like, for some football fans.
Yeah. I think for me, it was just relief. I was like, I don't understand. And I thought I had a podcast with her. Oh my God, this is going to take a completely new direction. And then it came out and I was like, thank God.
Yeah.
So I was just more relieved. But I guess, were you in any creative meetings? Will we be hearing that you'll be announced as Chelsea's creative director very soon for all their marketing campaigns?
I mean, I do have good ideas, to be honest, but I'm not privy to secret information like signings and that. But maybe I should take up a new role and, come up with the creative design. But I think that's a one and done for me.
I think you'd be really good at some of the promos and adverts. I think you'd have some very good ideas, I can imagine.
Yeah, some that probably couldn't make it onto social media.
But we'd love to see it. And I guess the next thing I need to ask is about the Olympics. Paris Olympics is around the corner. Will you be there supporting Australia?
Probably not, to be honest. Okay. I mean, I'm in the middle of an important part of my rehab. So, I mean, I would love to go and support the girls, obviously, but it's probably not possible. I'm in every day here at the moment. So, not every day, but, I have a normal training schedule, so I don't have the luxury of just popping over to Paris and having a week or so, especially in August, July, August. It'll be a really important time for me. And I think the most important thing for me to get back is to stay here, and I'll obviously be watching the girls from home, but I don't know if I'll make it over to Paris, to be honest.
Okay, fair enough. But although you've gone back to rehab and training sessions, you did have a little bit of a summer, and I saw a lovely little post in Mexico. First time there, how was that? Yeah,
I absolutely loved Mexico. It was amazing. The people there were honestly amazing. They welcomed us with open arms. They were so helpful. I don't know if I can say this on the podcast, but the margaritas were amazing. The food was amazing. The beach, the view, the weather, everything just unbelievable. I'll definitely be back. I loved the whole thing.
Oh, lovely. I mean, I feel like after a tough season, you sustained your ACL injury in January. How are you, first of all, with that injury, and how has the recovery process been? I guess not just physically, but also mentally, because that is really tough for players when they're injured and they're out, and it's a big part of recovery.
Yeah, I think it obviously is tough, anyone that goes through injury, but I had an ACL previously when I was about 17, 18, so I guess I was a little bit prepared for what was to come, but it was tough the first 4 weeks, and then it's been on an uphill battle, I guess, but no, I mean, it's just part of the process of being an athlete. These things happen, and I'm lucky that I had Chelsea behind me supporting me, and I'm very grateful for that. And of course, there's never a good time to do your ACL, but I feel like the first 4 months of it, I was in season. So although I was missing games, at least I had the girls' support around me and all the coaches, and I could do my rehab in the sun when it finally came out and watch the girls train. So I feel really lucky that I was still able to be around the girls in those first few months. It's this off season that sucks when no one's around and I'm bored doing my clams in the gym.
How do you keep kind of your mind focused, and how do you keep your mind healthy enough to be like, yep, we're determined, we're doing this, and, I'm recovering and it's fine, when you don't have that support?
I mean, I'm really lucky. I have a great family. I obviously have Christy here in London now, which has been massive for me. I don't know really what I would have done if I was here alone. I think it makes it really nice that I have her. I have some really good friends over here that I've made over the last few years. So I have a good support system outside of football. But honestly, I think as an athlete, I think for an everyday person, it's like, how do you keep the motivation? But as an athlete, that's part of our life, motivation and drive. It's just what we do. I just wake up and it just feels like my job, and that's what I get paid for doing. And it kind of would be like someone else rocking up to their job. I just have to grind through it and get through it. And I'm in a really privileged position where I come and do something I love every day. So there's highs and lows, but I guess for me, I just see it as it's all part of the game and just crack on with what I need to do.
I mean, not only is it your job, but you're on 99 goals for the club at the moment. How much are you itching to get back and get to that century?
Yeah, I think that's probably, I'm excited to get back, but I think for me that would be really important. One, to get my first goal back. I think as a striker, you just love to get that first goal, miss that feeling of scoring. But the fact that it's 100 goals for Chelsea, I never thought I'd get there. Hopefully I get there. You never know. Football is a funny game, but I'm pretty confident I will get there. And it's going to be a really proud moment for me, because this is such a massive club. This is such a big club. And, to make a century of goals is an unbelievable achievement. And honestly, I can't believe I've done that, because it feels like I only joined yesterday.
Yeah, it goes without saying how much of a talent you are and how incredible it is, which is why I think so many people this morning were like, no, absolutely not. First Emma, now this. But on the subject of Emma, it's going to be such an interesting time for the club, right? Because it's a new manager, which Chelsea just haven't seen for so long. Sonia Bompastor arriving at the club, massive name. Have you had many conversations with her yet? I know it's still really early days. What was everyone's reactions when it was officially announced?
I think everyone was excited. Obviously there was whispers in the media about it all, and we were like, is this true? And her record speaks for itself, right, as a player and as a coach. So I think when you have someone that's won the Champions League, both as a player and a coach, it kind of, makes everyone prick up. I think she's going to be an amazing addition. I think she brings a lot of experience. I think she's going to push the team to new levels. And I think no matter who it is, when a new coach comes in, everyone's on their best behaviour on the pitch, off the pitch. So I think it's kind of scary to see or to think where this team can go with what we've achieved in the last 4 years. But I weirdly think it's going to be it's time for like something new, and I think the same for Emma. It was time for her for something new. So I think it's going to be good and it's going to be exciting, and I can't wait to get back and play under her.
Well, will it be interesting for you seeing, because Australia are playing, I think, the US in the group stages at the Olympics. So will you be telling them about Emma beforehand and giving them some inside tips?
I don't know. I can't. Emma will probably tell you this herself. I didn't listen much in meetings, so I don't have much to give. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
She'll be like, it'll be fine. Sam doesn't know any of my secrets.
No, I'm joking. I think the best thing about Emma is, how she gets teams going and everyone playing for each other. So if there's any team that doesn't need that, it's probably the USA. They're already a great team, and they're the most successful women's team in the world, and Emma might be the most successful women's coach in the world. So it's a big challenge, but the girls are up for it, the Matildas, and they've had some amazing performances lately. So hopefully they can ride off the back of the World Cup and do well and beat them. But it's the Olympics, man. Crazy things can happen.
This podcast is brought to you by Škoda, the official car partner of Chelsea Women, who are committed to helping to grow women's sport. Whether you're watching the game with your friends or family, playing on a Sunday morning, or cheering on from the sidelines, rain or shine, Škoda are there to take you on your next adventure. So, what are you waiting for? Jump in and grab life by the car keys. Discover the Škoda range to find the perfect car for you, from the fully electric Škoda Enyaq, the all-new 7-seater Škoda Kodiaq, or their smallest SUV, the Škoda Kamiq. See for yourself. Search Škoda range now. How exciting is it to be entering a new era at Chelsea? Because with a new manager, there's also nerves and a bit of anxiety because you now need to prove yourself to someone new.
Yeah, but I think that's a good thing. I think everyone in the squad will have this, new lease on life where there's no history with no one has any history with Sonia. She's going to come here and she's going to watch training and she's going to pick the best team. And I think that's great. I think everyone's going to be, no one's going to be slacking off. No one's going to be doing any of the cutting the corners. I think she'll push everyone, demand a lot, and everyone, men's or women's players, when a new coach comes in, everyone wants to impress. It's a fresh start. So training is going to be pretty good in pre-season, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think as fans we can expect from next season? Because I think everyone's used to expecting so much from Chelsea. And then when we knew Emma was leaving, we were like, oh my God, I feel like I'm in this kind of no man's land. And then when Sonia was announced, I'm like, oh my God, my expectations suddenly are really high up there. But obviously we know from Alex Ferguson at United, we know from Wenger at Arsenal that every new coach will need a bit of time. So yeah, from your opinion, what do you think the fans can expect from next season?
I mean, I think the women's game is a little bit different to the men's game in the sense that, the new coach comes in, he gets rid of 3 or 4 players, he gets all new staff. I don't think that's going to happen here at Chelsea. I think the women's game is a little bit different. I think most people are staying around, staff and players are staying around, and I think the environment will be a lot the same. But, I mean, not too much difference. We normally start pretty bad, don't we, and then catch up at the end of the season. So, I mean, it's not much different than when we had Emma. But, no, I think what Sonia will bring is this new, fire in our bellies. And I think we'll probably start the season better than we have the last 4 seasons. I think we've lost every game. So it's nothing new. But, no, I honestly don't know. She's new to me. Obviously, I've spoke to players that have played under her and they really liked her. So I hope she demands a lot. I hope she takes us to a new level. And, we obviously want to keep winning trophies and, get the FA Cup back, win the league again. But we want to, the biggest goal for us is that Champions League. So hopefully that's what she brings.
And Chelsea are going to be heading out to the US for the pre-season tour in August. Can you tell us a little bit about what you guys have planned out there?
Oh gosh, I mean, you probably know more than me. I mean, we're playing Arsenal, obviously. I saw that in DC, and then we're playing Gotham, which will be awesome. Obviously, 2 leagues playing each other. Gotham just won it recently, and we've won this league, so it'll be fun. It's obviously last year we went out, or the year before we went to Portland. It's honestly so fun to go out to the different countries, see all the different fans, and give people the opportunity to play against each other. It's hard. I know I've played in the US and I've played here in England now, but some of these girls have only played in England, so they don't know the level, they don't know the experience, they don't understand the fans over there. It's all new, so I think it's all a good experience. And I mean, America's great, so it'll be summer, and it'll be a good trip.
The women's game has moved on so much, but particularly in the last few years, and I feel like especially after the World Cup. Do you notice that when you go on these tours and when you go abroad? Yeah,
I mean, every year the game's growing, isn't it? And I think with, more games on TV, more sponsorship deals for the girls, everything, it just grows the game so much. And I think you definitely notice it. You 100% notice it when we go home to Australia. I think off the World Cup, it's the craziest it's ever been. So, that's great. But even just myself walking around in London, you just notice that there's so many more people that are catching up on the women's game now and wanting to watch it because it's actually good product and they love watching women's football. And I think in the US it's always been massive, hasn't it? So I think it's nice. It's nice to honestly bring Chelsea out there and go out there, and there's so many Chelsea fans all over the world, especially in the US. There's a huge following. So I think it's a nice little thank you to the fans too from across the world that don't get to see us every weekend like our friends in England.
Nice. And do you guys have any time to do any tourist activities to go kind of sightseeing or do stuff?
I don't know. I mean, we did last time, but we got a new coach, so I don't know. She might. I hope we do. I'm sure we'll go. Like, if the team goes all the way to US, you know, they'll do something fun. They'll do something, but it's
also a good bonding time, right?
Exactly. That's what that's the most important part, right? Is getting to know each other. There's no bonding when you know, go to training, go home. It's kind of business, but when you're on tour, it's much more fun.
And now I've got some listener questions. So some of our Chelsea season ticket holders from 2023-24, they've sent in some questions for you. So Lola is asking, how does it feel to see and hear the stadiums full for the women's games?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, that's what we dreamed of as young girls, is walking out onto the stadiums and them being full. So yeah, it's honestly amazing. It makes scoring a goal much more enjoyable when you can celebrate with the crowd or wind the opposing fans off. I think it just makes the game so much more fun and enjoyable for everyone, really.
And Gemma's asking, you've got 99 goals for the club at the moment. Can you pick out your favourite?
Yeah, I mean, my favourite goal is probably the second in the FA Cup final against Arsenal. I think I chipped the goalkeeper, and just the whole situation, obviously coming out of COVID, first time in front of a crowd since COVID, playing against Arsenal in the FA Cup final. Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah. Graham's asking, what are the biggest differences between London and where you're from back in Australia?
The weather.
Yeah.
The weather, and you know the other thing is the water. The water in London is undrinkable. And I hate that. What is that stuff on the white stuff everywhere? It drives me off a wall. Like, we don't have that in Australia. The water's like dirty here. I'm like, it's undrinkable.
Yeah, but I know what you mean. It's hard water in the UK, so it gets in your kettle and it gets everywhere. I mean, yeah, I agree with you. I've heard a lot of people say that. Holly has asked, who has been the most influential person here for you during your time at the club?
The most influential person, I mean, it has to be Emma. I think she's the reason I come to the club. She's been an amazing mentor and coach on and off the pitch. I think her personality, the way she gets the best out of all the players and especially myself, yeah, I'd have to say Emma, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, we'll have to get you on again to delve into your Chelsea career because there's so much to talk about. But can you sum up so far how much you've enjoyed playing for this club and how much you've enjoyed your time here so far? Yeah,
I mean, it's been unbelievable. I think obviously when I came to Chelsea, I joined to win trophies, and we've definitely done that. And I think these last 4 years I've made memories and, done so many things that I never, ever thought possible. I mean, I think my signing day, we talked about the FA Cup. I used to watch that at home and think how amazing it was. And the fact that we won 3 back-to-back FA Cups is incredible to me. So I think it's completely smashed my expectations of what I thought Chelsea would be. Hence why I've stayed so long. It'll be 6 years at the end of my contract. So I can't believe I've stayed that long. When I first joined here, I had the expectation that I'd sign for 2 years, win a few trophies and then leave. But I think once you get the taste for this club and the community that Chelsea creates, yeah, it's unbelievable. And, Chelsea will always be a part of my life now. Whether I play here or not, I'll always be a massive Chelsea fan because of the opportunities the club has given me.
Oh, what an incredible thing to say. I mean, I feel like as a fan, we're all like, yes, don't leave us ever. You've had so many memorable moments here. I guess on the big stage, how excited are you to play at Stamford Bridge next season and just keep creating more memories? Yeah, I mean, I can't wait. I mean, watching the girls play at Stamford Bridge this year against Barca, against Arsenal, I was just those were the toughest games probably to watch. And then obviously the one at Old Trafford, those are the games I feel where I really thrive, where the moments are the big and there's lots of people around, there's lots of, tension in the game. I love those moments. So, I mean,
can't lie, I love playing at Kingsmeadow too. The atmosphere at that Bristol game at home was like next level. So I don't want to just talk about the big stadiums, because I think Kingsmeadow, we create this environment that is unmatched. And that Bristol game, the last game at home, was honestly one of the best atmospheres I've ever been a part of.
A few people have said that, actually. There is something very special about Kingsmeadow. I think you are right.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you're like driving in your car and you're dodging fans, that kind of adds to it. And then you walk through the tunnel and all the fans are right there. And it's just different. It's more, when I think of English football, that's what I think of, those stadiums in the middle of nowhere, and just, I think it's awesome.
I love that. Sam, thank you so much. I know that you've got rehab and you've got training to get back to, so I really appreciate you coming on to speak to me. And I really appreciate the second video that you released this morning saying that you were staying.
No worries. Thanks
so
for having
much
me.
for coming on. Thank you for listening to We Are Chelsea, the official podcast of Chelsea Women, brought to you in association with Škoda, the official car partner of Chelsea Women and proud supporters of women's sport. Remember to subscribe to the feed, give us a review, and send in your questions to wearechelsea@chelseafc.com. See you next time.